everyone. We have started the chapter. Now I'll be solving the questions of the NCERT exercise. First question we have is, which of the following pairs will give displacement reaction? See, we have studied what is a displacement reaction. A reaction when a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element. So we'll see if a more reactive metal is reacting with the solution. See, NaCl and copper. Sodium is more reactive than copper, therefore it will not show displacement reaction. MgCl2 and aluminium. Aluminium is less reactive, so this will also not show. FeSO4 and Ag. Ag is in the bottom of the reactivity. Silver is least reactive. AgNO3 and copper. So yes, it will displace silver from its solution and it will become CuNO3 plus Ag. So the answer is D. Second question, which is used for preventing an iron frying pan from rusting? Applying grease, applying paint, coating of zinc, or all of the above? See, these are all the methods to prevent corrosion, but here answer is coating of zinc, because grease and pan cannot be used for preventing an iron frying pan, because otherwise paint or grease will come into the food articles which we cook in the frying pan. So only answer is C. An element reacts with oxygen to give a compound with a high melting point. This compound is also soluble in water. So the element is calcium, because calcium in oxygen reacts to form calcium oxide, which is soluble in water to form calcium hydroxide. Food cans are coated with tin and not with zinc. Why? Because zinc is more reactive, so food cans are coated with tin. If it is coated with zinc, then it will react with the food particles in the food and it will form other various dangerous substances. You are given a hammer, battery, a bulb, wire and a switch. How would you use them to distinguish between samples of metals and non-metals? See, metals can be easily beaten into thin sheets. So, first can be used, if we beat a metal with a hammer, it can be beaten into thin sheets, whereas non-metals cannot. Second, if we connect a battery and a switch and it connect with the wires, electricity will be conducted through metals, whereas it will not be conducted through non-metals. X is the usefulness of these activities in distinguishing between metals and non-metals. See, with the first beaten in thin sheets, we have demonstrated the malleability property of the metals. Second, electrical conductivity. So we have shown that metals are good conductor of electricity, whereas non-metals are not. What are amphoteric oxides? Amphoteric oxides are the oxides that react with both acid and a base, to form salt and water. So we studied that PbO, aluminium oxide, Al2O3, these all are amphoteric oxide. They can react with both acid as well as a base. Name two metals which will displace hydrogen from dilute solutions. Let's see, we have studied the reactivity series. Hydrogen was here. The above metals can displace hydrogen and the lower elements cannot displace hydrogen. So the above elements, any two we can write, zinc and magnesium. And two metals which will not displace are gold, silver, platinum. So, in the electrolytic refining of a metal M, what would you take as anode, cathode and electrolyte? See, we studied anode is the thick impure strip of metal M. Pure strip of metal M. Cathode is thin pure strip. And electrolyte is the salt solution of metal M. Pratyush took sulfur powder on a spatula and heated it. He collected the gas evolved by inerting a test tube over it. What will be the action of gas on a dry litmus paper? See, when sulfur is burnt in oxygen, SO2 gas is formed. So SO2 is sulfur dioxide gas is formed. What will be the action of gas on dry litmus paper? It will show no effect, because dry litmus, no water is there. And on moist litmus paper, SO2 will react with water to form H2SO3, that is sulfurous acid, and it will become it will turn blue litmus to red. It will turn any litmus paper to red because it is an acid. Sulfurous acid. Write a balanced equation. We have written the balanced equation over here. See, it is a balanced. State 2 ways to prevent the rusting of iron. Rusting of iron can be prevented by oiling, galvanization, greasing. The question we have is, what type of oxides are formed when nonmetals combine with oxygen? See, nonmetals are combining with oxygen to form acidic or neutral oxides. Both oxides can be formed acidic. Example, oxides of nitrogen N2O5 or N2O3, and oxides of carbon monoxide are neutral oxides. Give reasons platinum, gold and silver are used to make jewelry. See, platinum, gold and silver are very less reactive and they cannot react with air, moisture, chemicals, and also lot of luster is there in these metals, so it is used to make jewelry. Sodium, potassium and lithium are stored under oil because they are very reactive, and if they react in the atmosphere, it is a highly exothermic reaction which release a large amount of heat and easily catch fire. Therefore, we store these metals under oil. Next, aluminium is a highly reactive metal, yet it is used to make utensils. See, aluminium forms a layer, combines with oxygen to form a layer of aluminium oxide on it, and this prevents the aluminium to react with other substances. Therefore, it is used to make utensils for cooling. Carbonate and sulfide ores are usually converted into oxides during the process of extraction. Because extraction of ore from oxides is rather easy than comparatively to oxide and sulfide ores. So it is easier to obtain from oxide ore. Therefore, we have to convert these ores into oxide ores. Then we have to extract the ore. Next, you must have seen tarnished copper vessels cleaned with lemon. Because lemon has acid in it. See, lemon, tamarind juice, all are sour substances. They contain acids, and when the acids and tamarind juice contain acids which dissolve the coating of copper oxide, or basic copper carbonate present on the surface of vessels. Therefore, it makes the vessel finally shining red brown again. So these acids remove the coating, and therefore it makes the vessel red brown again. So differentiate between metal and non-metal on the basis of their chemical properties. So metal and a non-metal. Metal, when reacts with oxygen, gives ionic compounds. Metal plus oxygen gives basic oxides, which turns red litmus blue. And non-metals with oxygen will give acidic or neutral oxides. So acidic oxides will turn blue litmus red. Second, metals lose electrons and they become positive ion, cation, and non-metals gain electrons and gain negative charge. So it is anion. They are solids except mercury, and they are solids and gaseous state. 15th question. A man went door to door posing a goldsmith, promised to bring back the glitter of old and dull gold ornaments, and unsuspected ladies gave a set of gold bangles to him which he dipped in a solution. Bangles sparkled, but their weight was reduced. Why? See, the weight was reduced because the solution he dipped the bangles was aqua regia, and aqua regia has a concentration of concentrated HNO3 is to HCl is to HNO3, hydrochloric acid to nitric acid in the ratio 3:1. So aqua regia is a solution which dissolves the weight of the gold ornaments but brings the shine in it. Give reasons why copper is used to make hot water tanks and not steel. See, copper does not react with either water or steam. Copper does not react with water or steam. But steel is a alloy of iron, so iron reacts with steam. So copper is used to make hot water tanks because it will not react with the water, but steel will not. Thank you. If you are having any doubts, please do write in the comment section. And if you are liking my content, do subscribe my channel. Thank you.